Welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. We got work to do outside, so we are going to be just busy. We got 45 minutes. We gotta go deal with the chickens. We gotta get some more plants in the ground. So hopefully, I know I haven't been on in a minute. I have dirt, so much dirt under my nails. We finally have one good day. So this last week and a half, it's been horrific weather here. And it was messing up most of my plants. So been holding off on a lot of things getting into the soil because Utah had been going through 40-mile-an-hour winds. Sinister, I'm good, I'm good. Hi, C. Welcome in, welcome in. We're getting ready to head out to the chicken coop. I was charging my phone up for just a moment so that we can go out and get some more stuff put into the garden. Been weeding it, been pulling out the grass that's been growing in. Hi, little red hen. Yes, I know I haven't been live. So just public disclosure, we are approaching the 1-year anniversary of my mom passing away. And I took some time off of work. You're still packing up for the move to new land. Nice. That's amazing. But I just took some time to kind of process how I was feeling with it. And then we're back to the grind. And then the weather was just horrible. There wasn't much for gardening content. I mean, I can talk about things, but I just took a little time. Carrie Ann, hello. Thank you. 3 dogs and a paw. Hello, hello. We're going to get ready to go outside. We're working on one garden bed. Where'd that shovel go? 80 acres in Northern Ontario. Nice. I just bought 80 acres in Utah. This land, this house doesn't have 80 acres. Thanks, Melody. Okay, there's a lot. You're in Wyoming? It's been horrible weather. Horrible, horrible weather. But let's go out to the chicken coop. Let's go get some eggs. We're going to go grab some of those and then start working on some of the plants. My tripod is just covered in dirt. But we're finally in sunny, good weather. It snowed yesterday. Melody is a troll. It's okay. It's fine, baby. All it does is boost me up on the page, so it's fine. Oh, you ate an egg. We got one of the ladies, but she ate an egg. I'm just going to start putting people in timeouts. Melody is going to be first up on the chopping block today. Anybody else? Another one. All right, anyways, let's get some eggs. There's a feather. Am I a ginger? Yes. Excuse me, ma'am. Can you go? Get up. She is super broody. Oh, I'm used to it. YouTube trolls are a little wild. It's because they're all out of school. Hello, LKM. Welcome in, welcome in. We are getting eggs. She is so mad at me right now. Excuse me, ma'am. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Nobody, I don't know. She's gonna bite me. Nah, she walked out. She's fine. She's just broody. I'm just gonna take all of these inside. Bottle Cap says, Caps is like, I like my eggs sunny side up. I'm just gonna bring all of these in. Nice. That's awesome, Pony Girl. I'm a witch, apparently. Y'all are wild today. Ooh, nice, Brittany. Hi, Strong Eyes. People are... Jay, you're on top of my cabinet? No way. No way. Hi, Liam. Welcome in, welcome in. We're just gonna get back out and get a few more plants into the ground. Jada. Shh. You're on one. Whew. Hey, James. Welcome in, welcome in. I am weeding. I am weeding out a portion of this garden bed so I can get more plants into the ground now that it's warming up. Here, I'm gonna actually put you in with the bell peppers, you guys. You guys can chill with the peppers. Y'all can chill with the peppers. Froze out. I need to chop these onions that are behind me. You accidentally grew indoors. Hey, that's perfect. I have been so protective of the plants I have inside my house that I grew. These ones I don't really, I mean, I care about, but I don't. Because it's been such bad weather here. I was nervous to bring them outside, start hurting them out. Hello from India. Welcome in, welcome in. I know, I'm just getting some of the stuff transplanted out. So like my soil, I just finished dumping a bunch of compost in. I leave leaves in all winter. The grass will come up through it. I just have to weed it. It's a little tedious, but it's fine. Mustard. Yeah, that's the first time I've caught her eating an egg. It's normally the mean girls. They do that sometimes. So I will probably fill one of the eggs up with mustard. Somebody just said, where's your man at? First of all, okay. That's the fun part of the internet. Okay, so right now he's sitting with a broken arm. Okay, he's got a broken arm. I know you don't care because this is the internet. He's airborne. He's had like 50 good jumps, 40 good jumps, and he had a bad jump, jumping out of a plane, and he busted up his wrist pretty bad. So I'm gonna be doing this stuff. He's gonna do other stuff because he can't right now. No, I didn't beat him up. It's all crazy. There's a spider. No, he had a bad jump. All right, guts on the edge. All right, that's my peach right there, that peach tree. Happy? You good? No, he's airborne, you moron. Skydiving instructor. He's airborne. Sweetheart. Are there mods in here? I don't really have patience for it. Y'all are wild on the internet. I don't really have time to pay attention to it. Would you consider pulling weeds with your shoes off? How much you paying? I am weeding my garden. That's what I am doing. What are you doing? Denise, you made it. Oh, thanks, Joe. I just got that one done. Tattoos aren't normally everybody's cup of tea, but I'm cool with it. Airborne. He's not infantry. I must be a little crazy. Probably. I've been doing this for a few years now. Doesn't bother me none. Oh, this is just a garden bed. This grass sucks in here. There's still more. The trees under your elbow is awesome. You like it, Matt? They're pretty cool, huh? I got a little shovel. It's not that much. I mean, it's literally just right here. It's not bad. I don't want to like run over my onions that are right here. I overwintered those. Y'all gonna make Homestead mad. She gonna start muting people. There isn't much right here. This stuff over here I'll probably just dig up. There's not much. It's just from the edge of the fence. It's just coming in from the street side. Oh, April, it's been awful here. It's been horrible weather for like 10 days, so I haven't been out here much. That's why the grass is wild right now. Like it's been kind of crummy weather. so many kids out of school for the summer. I can tell. Let's see. We're going to try to put you guys in the dirt. Hi, Serena. I agree. I mean, the more time I spend in my garden, like, I think people should have a personal connection with their garden. I mean, all that side's done. It's just this side. It's the side where the fence is. Crestfallen's like a seemingly normal person. Shoot, maybe I should. Do I need to ramp it up? Do I need to not be normal? What do you guys think? That one's got thorns on it. I think it's important that you guys, and I don't use chemicals in my garden, so I'm not going to spray for the grass. It's just grass. It's not going to hurt anything. Oh, I promise. I'm just weeding my garden. I'm getting ready to plant some of my plants in. I've gotten most of this side done. But it's been really bad weather here. I mean, it's been like just pouring rain. Hi, Jeremiah. You're expecting hail soon. Are you in the tornado alley? Yesterday was wild for storms. We were broadcasting. We were live on TikTok, and I think there was like 20 tornadoes touched down. We were calling out the sites, and people had family in those towns, and then some of them were losing their emergency broadcast systems. It was pretty wild. What am I growing? So right now I have tomatoes and bell peppers that are in. I have a bunch of herbs. My peach tree is doing phenomenal. We were able to save it from the late snowfall. My apple trees over this way are doing great. These are all onions. I don't know if you can see. Those are all onions that are like worked through the garden. But this year, like a new item that I'm growing is artichokes. I've never grown artichokes before. I have potatoes and all of that, and squash and all of that. All those things, but artichokes is a new one that I'm growing. I've never grown them before, so I don't even know if it will be decent. Just south of the alley, but yes, in Alabama. Yeah, you guys were getting tornado warnings in Alabama yesterday, like northern Alabama. Yeah, weather radios were down in Tennessee. It was crazy. It was wild because like we had one person watching Ryan Hall, so we were calling out where he was seeing touchdowns. And we were live on TikTok, and it was crazy. I just have to get the weeds out of these center blocks over here, and then I can take the weed whacker to them. Oh yeah, Ryan Hall was super fast. So we had some of our people were calling out his calls, and so then we were calling him out. And one of our moderators, her mom lives in one of the towns, and she like got out of the live really quick to call her mom to make sure she was watching the news, because the tornadoes, they were just coming in left and right. And we'd rather have people be safe because prep for everything, you know? We prep for everything. The end of the world, or natural disasters, storms. We talk about all of it here. Aphids under control. Ooh, you did diluted hydrogen peroxide. Nice. I haven't had any really, I don't want to jinx myself. I haven't had really any problems with aphids here. My issue is squash bugs. I get a lot of squash bugs, so I have to net them up. Hello from Winnipeg, Canada. Welcome in, Phil. Hale, it's good, it's good. How are you? That's my husband.
What up?
He's the one with the busted up wrist. He's going to be trimming part of the tree up for me.
There's a bucket.
A bucket? Thanks.
You want to look in the house one last time in that room to put the safe or no?
I can go look in just a moment. I'm on live.
I know. I'm just letting you know they're going to be here in like 20 minutes.
I mean...
You remember your friends, the ones that hunt all the time, that have the property?
Yeah, Amber.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just do it the same. It's fine.
Easy access. Mess with us. Oh, damn.
Everyone's saying hi, FAFO.
Hello.
Yeah, so he was jumping out. What were you jumping out of this weekend?
C-130.
A C-130. He was like 300 to 400 feet up, and he started oscillating because of the side winds, and he regained control of it, and then
Picked up again.
it picked back up again, and then like 30 to 40 feet is when the landing was bad.
I judged it.
I think you should do a live Daisy. Really? You gonna come play Daisy with us, Strong Eyes? Daisy's fun. Daisy's a great game.
Alright, I'll leave this for you.
Hi, Casey. Welcome in. Welcome in.
I don't think I can do it right now.
Yeah, don't do it on your wrist. Will you find me a pair of gloves? I got some spiky ones that I need to take care of over here.
Yeah, can I get rid of the pool hoses?
Yeah, go ahead. So one of our trees just keeps having, what it was called when they shoot up from the root system. Little starters. Oh, I agree, Kitty. I'm ready for another doomsday prepping. Let's go. We have a video coming out. It's just been really crappy weather. And then after he had a really bad jump, we got a truck outside. Suckers. Yeah, thank you. I was like, what do you call them? I call them a pain in my butt. That's what I call them. That would be pretty cool, Matt. I'm just weeding my garden. I'm just getting more of my plants in. I have a lot to plant and get out here now that the weather's chilled out and it's not so cold. I have stuff all over my legs. That's fine, Satan. I don't really eat from grocery stores, so that's fine. I'm sorry, Tim. I do a lot of gardening, canning, prepping talk. We were just talking about all the tornadoes yesterday. Do we have a confirmation of how many tornadoes touched down yesterday? That was wild. I'm gonna get... Y'all just gonna get muted. Did the fence survive the pups? No. Honey girl, they got to like 4 of my plants. That's why I've been like holding off. Magnus went a little crazy on some of them. For tomorrow in Miami. Is there really? Is there really a weather warning in Miami? For what? For a storm? Oh, trust me, kitty. It drives me crazy. My mods do a pretty good job, though, of muting them. I just got to get some of these guys. These are my sauce. My pasta sauce tomatoes. They're little. I'm going to be running a trellis through here, so I got to get the poles in. Start stringing up some of that. But the way I garden is a little bit different than what other people do. I'm a little bit more chaotic. I don't really look at spacing. I've done this a long time. I get hundreds and hundreds of pounds of food. So you don't really have to abide by spacing. You have a heat warning in Phoenix? Wow. Hello, hello. A hurricane? Oh, you did not? He's great. Nate is great. I'm so glad some of you guys came over here. Me and Nate met on TikTok. And then I just started growing my platform over here. Thank you.
They're gonna fit. The smallest ones I could find.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh yeah, James, I companion plant. So right now I'll show you the small space that I have done. I kind of chaos garden and it always works really well. I do a lot of basil and bell peppers. I learned this from my grandma with the bell peppers. And she was like, the space doesn't matter around your tomatoes because those two complement each other really, really well. So I'll kind of show you guys. But because I trellis up, it's fine. Bye, Tim. Bless me. So right here, this is one of my favorites. It's a Brandywine tomato, but you can see that there is bell peppers all the way around. And then I'll be adding in more dirt and then more basil in between all of these. Oh, Denise, you found me from him too? That's awesome. And then I got a beef master here, but these are all my sauce tomatoes are right here. These are all my sauces. Sauce, some Romas. Thank you, Not. Yeah, bell peppers, like, they do not need a lot of space. They're pretty happy. And as long as you prune your tomatoes up, you'll get a really large yield. Yeah, Brandywine, I know. Somebody got really mad because I went and bought my Brandywine. And I was like, dude, I'm growing so many things. I don't have time for everything. Now, in an emergency situation, yes, I'm going to spend that time. But I'm a full-time mom. I got 3 kids. I'm busy. You want to garden so badly? Just do it. You're going to kill a lot of plants, but then you'll start figuring out what works and what doesn't work. Hi, Scottish Prepper. How are you, my friend? Tomatoes are gross. I'm sorry. I can a lot of tomatoes. I don't think they're personally gross. But you can. Yeah, True Blue. They're one of my favorites. I was like, ooh, I'm going to pick that one up. The one plant that I picked up this year is very new. I don't know if it's going to do well. I normally stick to what I'm good at. Give yourself a red wigglers. Nolan wants to know what kind of tattoo. Which one? I have a lot of tattoos. So I have Artemis on my arm. And then I have a bunch. Back here I have Multnomah Falls. That's one of my favorite hikes when I was a kid. I've done a lot bigger hikes, but that was one of my very first. It's one of my favorite happy places. Yeah, I have a lot of tattoos. Ink therapy is a thing. There is some bugs that I don't want in here. I am probably going to remove some of these onions out. These, I just wanted to see how big they would get during the winter. They did really well. Ink on the body is one trip to hell. Well, I'm pretty sure there's other things that would send me there, so I'm not really worried about your opinion. And most people who think that are committing like one of the biggest flaws out there. Nice try though. Welcome from Germany. Yeah, they're always bad over here, I swear. It's fine. Not too worried about it. This one has old peppers on it from last year. Old peppers that I must have missed. How about scars? What about scars? I have a lot of scars too. Huh, I didn't know that, Robert. I did not know that. I think it's because there's kids out of high school or out of school right now, and parents don't parent. So, you know, the trolls come in a fury, and it doesn't really bother me. I don't believe anybody should shove anything down other people. I also don't believe in judging. However, if you say FEMA's gonna come save you, then I'm gonna judge you a little bit. You know what I mean? We gotta weed this. This area is pretty, this is the worst area, is right here. I try my best not to judge people, but it makes life really hard. Hey, you know, I don't judge on anything. I don't pay your taxes. I don't pay your bills. Your life ain't my business. But if you start telling people that FEMA's going to save people and nothing's ever going to happen, I might slightly judge. So True Blue, I have been a streamer on TikTok for like 4 years. And I've had everything happen. I've been publicly doxxed. I've had all kinds of crazy things happen. It takes a lot to get under my skin. For me, I'm like, okay. Hold up, I gotta read that one. That one was funny. Strong Eye says, FEMA will save me from eating my neighbors. It's a government agency that's supposed to help when there's natural disasters. It's supposed to help. Search FEMA and Hurricane Helene, and then you'll find out. It's people who believe the government is going to come and save them in a natural disaster or in an emergency. It's something I do not believe in. The government saying that they're there to help is most likely not. The non-judgy. I'm late. I'm here. Totally here for the non-judgy talk. And yeah, FEMA ain't helping. That is like the one egg. That is like the one area when people go, well, if something happens, the government's going to come save us. And I was like, okay, I don't really care. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care who you love. I don't care if you hate canning. I don't care if you hate preppers. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't care if you pay your taxes or if you don't pay your taxes. But the moment you tell me that the government's here to help, I'm going to judge. I'm literally going to sit there and go, how many screws are loose on that one? How many? The government can barely help people on a good day, let alone an emergency, right? The government is here to get paid. Yeah, FEMA doesn't. Exactly, April. Everybody, give a big thumbs up in the chat. If you haven't smashed that thumbs up button, please do. It helps. I appreciate it. Oh, we don't do politics in here either, guys. I really don't care. When it comes down to it, I don't pay your taxes. I don't pay your bills. I don't get to have an opinion on your politics, and you don't get, and same back. You know what I mean? And plus, I'm like a worldwide creator, so not everybody relies on the U.S. like politics. Oh yeah, chosen businesses. Thanks, Jeremiah. I appreciate that. I do pay taxes, unfortunately. On what? Yeah, we could do a double take. Let me get some of these thorny ones out. I'm going to try to get at least 80% of the garden put in today. I am covered in dirt. I'm going to need a shower.
Maybe 10 minutes away now.
Okay. We have another safe coming in. We have a few safes, but we just ordered a new one just because we needed more room. Knott's like, do not leave, Homestead. We need you in here. You know, there's a lot of simpy people out there. It takes a lot to get under my skin. I ain't gonna. Now, I'll like joke around with you guys. It's funny, but there's some interesting individuals that pop in on live. All right, I need to go in there and check that out real quick. I'm now covered in dirt, so I hope you guys don't mind that. How am I feeling today? A lot better, Simba. You know, it's a struggle. You know, we're coming up on the anniversary of my mom passing away. And then my husband had a really bad landing outside of an airplane. So things have like, the house has just been really chaotic. It's been a little chaotic. All right, but let's get inside real quick. I got ice and a bucket for dogs. Ooh. All right, I was looking in here. Not gonna lie. I kind of want the safe in here. kind of, there's a lot of jackeries right there. I might need to move those. Yes, get some raised beds. I don't have any raised beds. I have like 2 that are raised. Most of mine are in the ground. Yeah, Simba, it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle. She passed away 11 months ago. Mother's Day hit pretty hard, and it was just me and her growing up. And what's the word? I'm an orphan. But yeah. I'm trying to decide if I want the safe here or if I want it in there. We have safes everywhere, but I'm trying to decide if I want it there. Jeremiah, that's Betsy. Betsy the cow. Betsy, I had a couple, too many margaritas. Went to Home Goods and I found it, and it's been in my house forever. Love that painting. Just trying to think. This is one of the antler. We got an antler shed. An antler shed. Or it's a horn. Technically. That's what you would call it. It's an antelope horn. I think that's the term that they use for it. Oh, so egg, you fill it. Okay. Trying to think. What do you think? I can slide that. I can move the jackery stuff. I can take over that corner. Oh, they're here. We gotta move my car. Just put it in the garage. Okay.
What were you thinking, like right here?
I was thinking like right here, yeah. Right here or right there.
It'd be nice to have it kind of hidden though. I was thinking like put it like right here, but it wouldn't fit.
It wouldn't fit?
Yeah.
Width-wise?
Mm-hmm.
He's at the door.
Hey.
Pronghorn. Yeah, thank you. Do we know what the width is? Let's just do it the way you were thinking. I guess we could do another one in here.
We could move it eventually.
Mm-hmm. I just say go with your original plan. Don't let me sway your opinion.
That table just takes up so much room. I was just having a hard time thinking like how do we move crap around where she's at?
Right there on the We the People. So when's the next Doomsday World War III live chat? So are you asking like the video? There'll be a new video today that comes out. But we can do Doomsday. What do you guys want to do a full on Doomsday? I'm just planting today. I'm just trying to catch up on some work. Biggest thing is I wish people would make prepping, oh gosh, my hair. A habit versus just a hobby. When you're prepping all the time, it's like you constantly have some work to do. Does that make sense? Oh, I love a good brainstorm. You start the topic, Matt. I'm down. I'm down for a good brainstorm. Keep in mind for a fire, yeah. We have 4 big safes. So it's just always trying to find. I'm hoping that when we build on the property, we will actually create a safe room. I think they're really neat, Tyler. I think it's a great option. The metal culverts, I know what you're talking about as a raised bed for a garden. It's starting to be a habit for you and your kids. I love that, Brittany. I love that. Because like people will be like, oh, you've been missing for 8 days. I'm like, I've already Mylar'd. I did 2 freeze-dried meals in the 8 days that I've been gone. So bananas, obviously those are imported. So I was freeze-drying bananas because we like bananas. And then doing a new chili recipe for freeze-dried chili. I'm actually about to have to leave. I didn't want to miss. You're good, Matt. You're good. We can do it later. We can definitely do it later. There's always people asking about my wedding rings. Do you guys like feel like nervous that I don't wear a ring all the time? I have to ask that. I'm just very curious. Have a good day, Matt. I need to know how everybody else feels. Does it make you guys nervous that I don't always wear a ring? So one of the reasons I don't wear a ring, because we are all getting to know each other. All my rings are right here. But I'm gardening, okay? And as a social media creator, this is very distracting from the conversation we are having. So if this is rotating or all over the place, it can be a little distracting along with my other rings. I wear my mom's ring, who passed away. I wear a little pinky ring. I have a lot of different rings. And then a ring for my kids and a wedding band ring, okay? But a lot of people seem to be very bothered. But I don't want to bring my rings out into the dirt because they're just going to be chocked full of dirt and I'm busy. I was removing a shelf out of the garage, using power tools.
This safe came from R&R Tactical, right?
Yeah.
Came with 1,000 rounds.
It came with 1,000 rounds in it? Yes.
Ammo.
Let's go.
That was the sale.
Prepping became a habit for me in the military in the 70s. No, rather you see than not lose it doing stuff. Exactly, Jack. So even like my husband, he jumps out of planes. Come say hi. He doesn't wear his ring when he jumps. Because something could happen, especially like even overseas. This is my husband. He just broke his wrist. He broke 2 bones, but one of the bones, he broke it in 2 spots. So he has 3 breaks.
It was the worst jump I've ever had. Actually, second worst jump I've ever had. The other one, I'll tell you guys about it later. It was a horror story. But yeah, I put my ring in my pocket.
Yep.
Jump. I'm gonna go check on the safe operation. Ow.
Ring in computers in military. Yeah. So I just don't. Yeah, it doesn't, like, sometimes it does bother people. Like, people will, like, get really, and they'll be like, she doesn't wear a ring. And I'm like, ooh. The worst you had broke was both. Oh, Jack, I'm sorry. On a bad jump? Ugh. I don't want to mess them up. I don't want them to get dirty. And honestly, like, it might just be by not have a great day. I think with like prepping and stuff, like, I mean, I'm moving stuff into freeze dryers. Like, I'm clanging my hands on things all the time. It's one of those things where I'm like, I just don't know if that, but it seems to really bother people on social media because I'm going to be, pruning up trees. Ooh, ouch, coffee cup. I don't wear rings when I'm hunting. I don't wear them when I'm hiking. I just don't. Ooh, ouch. Oh, chips. Oh, you're going to be in my prayers. I'm glad that my channel gives you a smile, though. I mean, sometimes it's like the world's already such a dark place. You want to like bring some positivity. even though prepping and all of that can be like really dismal to people, you want that positivity. And not a lot of people understand that. Is we can all be preppers. We can be prepping for the worst thing out there, right? But the biggest part about prepping that not a lot of people understand is if you are in such a negative mind space, you're not going to succeed. You're going to trip up and you're going to fail. You're going to fail a lot, unfortunately, because of that mind space. If something was to happen, SHTF, any of those things, it's a lot of work. And it's funny to me when people like get like emotional about gardening or canning and stuff. I'm like, you realize how much, if SHTF happens, how much work you're going to have to be doing. You're going to be using so much energy doing those things. And not a lot of people, they love to comment in and they love to like criticize, but 90% of those people will not make it. Like a lot of people, they're not going to make it because they're lazy. Unfortunately, when it comes down to prepping, a lot of people are very, very lazy. They love to watch somebody else do it and critique them, but they don't do it themselves. When you make it such a habit, yep, because it's hard, right? It's hard labor. A lot of people don't realize where their food comes from. They don't know how to preserve their own food. They don't know how to grow their own food. And the hard part is a lot of people in society just think, oh, I can't. But you can. Anybody and everybody can. Yep, I can all my own food. I try to grow as much food as I can. This is one of my smaller beds. Right now, tomatoes and bell peppers and onions in this bed and parsley. I got to move my basil out here. But I'm weeding because it's been raining for days. And got to just clean up the bed a little bit. There's a warning about zombies. Where? Send me the link. Didn't have power, had to wash by hand. Stop complaining. Oh, I'm sorry, Brittany. I'm sorry. Are you mad at me, Brittany? Or are you talking to the people in the chat? Do I collect rainwater? Yes. And then we are actually creating a very large rainwater collection. So we have multiple properties. We have 80 acres. That's what we're actually turning into our homestead. And that one I am working on a very large rainwater collection. And because I'm not there constantly, we're doing a drip line system that comes off of the rainwater collection. And we're going to see, I'm waiting to see the results first. Do you experiment? Yes. So Jack, this year my big experiment is on a plant that I've never grown. I've never grown artichokes, ever. Never ever grown them. I do a lot of different experiments of which plants I like. I have like my 15 that grow really, really well that I use all the time with my recipes with canning, freeze drying, all of that. But this year I'm trying to do some more longevity ones, but definitely I would say the artichoke. Have I made my own booze? Yes. Do I do it right now? No. Thank you. I'm in Utah. I've made my own booze. I want to get better at it. Making my own wine's a little bit easier. I've done well with that. But I would love to make more alcohol. I've been looking at this corn recipe. I'm a country boy, and it's funny to me how many people are finally starting to try to live the life, right? I feel that, Stephen. I feel that. I grew up in a town with 200 people, only 200. This feels busy to me, even though it's not a city here. It's very busy, but we moved here for my husband's work. And most of all of our friends thought I was weird because they were always like, she always has to have a garden. She always has her fruit trees. She always is canning. I don't like do the other stuff that the other wives do. And then now people are like, oh, I want to try that. And I'm like, oh, okay. Welcome to the dark side. You'll never leave. So my new property is the biggest. Yeah, it's 80 acres. Did you, Jack? So my little town in Oregon that I live in, us teens did the running of all the moonshine. It's a pretty normal day. Middle of nowhere. Hi. Hello. Hi. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my goodness. He is very excited. You do it everywhere you go? That's awesome. I know we did it in Alaska. Alaska was one of my biggest challenges, was learning to grow different things because the grow season there is so short. And the first year I didn't have a greenhouse. The second year I did. But that was a challenge, growing my own food there. I know. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? You're a little codependent. Okay, go play. Share. Ooh. Tell me how that goes with your winter squash. So this year at the new property, so I'm making a rainwater collection, and then we are doing potatoes, corn. I'm doing a few others, but I'm setting up the rainwater collection because we don't have a well yet. That's what I'm saving for to pay right now is the well. But so that's why we're doing rainwater collection. But I've created a drip line system, and I'm trying to calculate right now these next 2 weeks of how many gallons of water go through that in a 7-day window for all the plants. And then once that is going, and then I have an idea of how much water I need for that whole area, I'm going to continue it on and expand it even further. No, I've never grown mushrooms. Do you have a cowboy corgi? That's what he is. He's a cowboy corgi. My dog's the German Shepherd. This one's my kid's dog. He's a cowboy corgi. He's funny. Yeah, a drip line system. So what it is attached to the bottom of the rainwater collection. And then that water comes through and it's woven in between the potatoes, the corn, and all of that. And so I have about 150 feet of that system going. And I'm calculating. So when I get out to the property, I get to find out how much more, what it looks like. But I'm not sure. It could be out of water. It might not be. You made it, Jessica. Welcome in, welcome in. Hi, Marta. Welcome in. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. You're just sitting in the garden. You know you're not supposed to be in here. He's like, but you're in here. If you're in here, I can be in here, right? Right. And then these are just like onions I found in the bottom of one of my bags. And I was like, oh. So I just planted a few of these over the winter just to see how they do. Just overwintering them. They did really, really well. Your middle name is drip line system. Do you know how much water goes through like 25 feet or 50 feet of a drip line? What day do we get to go to the property? Now that things have calmed down with school and stuff with my kids, it probably will be here in like a day or two, to be honest. Okay, perfect. You planted 50 pounds of potatoes, you'll get 250. Nice. A lot, I assume, enough to water a garden. Thanks, Marta, for the subscription. All right, you guys, I'm going to have to end the live real quick because I have to go get my kids from school, but I should be on in a little bit.